What's going on, everybody? Doing the weekly inside update. Not a lot going on. The plants are slowing down on this side of the greenhouse. You can see some buds and things, but with the heat and everything else going on, tomatoes are starting to split. Those are fairly large. They're not super large, but they're a good sized tomato compared to what you get in the grocery store, so I guess we'll call them large. Not a ton of super ripe ones. I finished a canning session on Sunday, and hopefully I'll link in a couple pictures. I did 7 quarts, so I did a total of 20 quarts of tomatoes off of these 8 plants. Can't complain for just growing them and taking a chance. So that part of it's really good. I'm eyeballing a tomato that I didn't see, or 2, or 3 apparently, or 4. Yeah, there's 4 of them hiding in there. They're starting to split. A lot of them are splitting right now, so between the heat and everything that's going on. The cherry tomatoes, they've pretty much kind of done producing. Got a few hanging out here, need to be picked. Plant's just slowing down. I've got some suckers inside that I clipped. They are not doing real well. They're super droopy, so I'm hoping they will perk up. I probably need to do some more cuttings this week and try a little different method to propagate, but basically these plants, they're, like I said, they're about done, so it's getting to a point where I need to clear them out, and if I'm going to replant is get them going. The problem with keeping these going and going, as healthy as these plants are, you get about 3 or 4 inches of solid root in the bottom of the buckets, and then things start plugging up. The water doesn't flow. You'll actually get roots growing through the pipe, and it becomes a big problem and a big hassle. So before it gets to that point, like I said, cut some suckers, get them propagated, and get them rooted so I can clean these out, transplant them, and get a couple more plants in. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the cherry tomatoes again. These are on the big side. These aren't too bad. Like, this one's super juicy. Not something I want to eat. The grape tomatoes have been wonderful. Pepper plants they're still doing really well. Never grown the lunchbox type. It's really weird. Well, the spiders love it in here for some reason. The red ones are growing like baby regular peppers. The orange ones are growing like I would expect them, like you see in the grocery store. You see the yellow, the red, and the orange ones. So it's just kind of funky, but don't care what the shape is. They still taste good. So you can't really see. You can't see a darn thing. So the new cattle float valve I thought was not working because this ran dry yesterday, but apparently I didn't pay attention and filled up the reservoir outside and took this all apart thinking that was a problem, and come to find out there's nothing in the big tote to feed it. So put that all back together, so it's doing its thing. Again, I know you can't see it, but it's doing its job, so I don't have to worry, and that should be less problematic than the other type of float valve. The Serrano, ever since I moved it up here, it's probably 3 times the size that it was. Lots of blossoms. It likes the shade cloth, or don't know. Doesn't really matter, right? There is a ripe one. I saw it. That is not a tomato. That is a ripe pepper. Actually, it's overripe. It's soft and mushy, so no good. But there's a ton of green ones. It's just kind of hard to see with the lighting in here. So, but yeah, that's no good. I was going to throw it on the ground, but we don't want bugs and ants, right? So the grape tomatoes, I've got a bunch that are splitting, and then there's a few new growths that are just ripening there. And there's a few pieces going on, but really this plant's done as well. The lone bay leaf plant, not doing too bad. Let's get the regular zoom on there. Yeah, let's go all the way. A couple crispy leaves, but all in all, it's pretty healthy. You can see some other buds going. I'm afraid to look at if there's roots. Yes, it looks a little dry, but these do not like a lot of water, so you have to be careful not to overwater them. And then we got the 4 or 5 inside that I'm trying to, but I just got trying a different method to root the bay leaves. Other than that, that's all I've got for inside and outside. You know, I try to save that for another video. I need to try to take these down this weekend if it's not too hot. I've got a couple radishes, which I think I talked about a few days ago, and all the new plants. They're doing pretty well. I need to get in and trim some of the leaves at the bottom, and I'm gonna leave it at that. We don't want to you know, ruin the inside one with the outside stuff. That's really it. I guess it'd be nice if I actually picked up the cucumber that's roots are laying out there, but it is what it is. Until next week, thanks.